Hello, I'm Elizabeth Puranam and these are the main stories on Al Jazeera. Turkish riot police have moved in on Taksim Square in central Istanbul. They've fired tear gas and water cannon at hundreds of anti-government protesters who've been camped out in the area for 2 weeks. Demonstrators have been throwing petrol bombs and rocks at security forces. Turkey's Prime Minister is due to hold talks with protest leaders on Wednesday. Let's get the latest from our correspondent Hashem Alhelbara, who's in Istanbul for us. Hashem, what can you tell us?
Well, basically the latest is that the governor of Istanbul is saying that this is absolutely not an attempt to break up the protest movement, and that the police was deployed to clean up the whole area. Also, the police now are using speakers and talking to the crowd, telling them that we're not here to hurt anyone, stop throwing stones at us. So basically what's happening as we speak now in the Taksim Square is a significant presence of the police for the first time since the pullout. There have been some clashes at two particular points between some protesters throwing cocktail molotov and throwing stones and the police. Police had to use water cannon and fire tear gas canister to disperse the crowd. When you look at the other side of the picture, you basically see a significant crowd of the Jazeera protesters. They're still there. They are appealing to their own people to stay calm and quiet. The situation remains very tense now in the square, but as we say, the police and the governor are reiterating that this is not an attempt to use force or break up the protest in the Taksim Square, just to maintain the presence of the police and clean up the area.
Hashem, we can see riot police dispersing protesters right now using tear gas. Do we know why they moved in on Taksim Square in the very early hours of this morning?
Well, because for the last few days there's been absolutely no way out of the crisis which has been going on for the second week. The protesters are continuing to press ahead with the demand, saying that we will stay in the square for as long as it takes. Our movement will pick up momentum until the governor bows down to our demands. The government, on the other hand, Prime Minister Erdogan is saying these are a minority. Some of them are vandals trying to hijack an environmentalist protest movement that started earlier. So both sides basically entrenched, saying that we're not going to give any further concession, and this led to the escalation. There are still talks about possible meeting between Prime Minister Erdogan and the protesters to try to see if they can solve this problem. But as I said again, the governor and the police are reiterating that they have no intention whatsoever to break up the protest.
All right, Hashem, thank you.